Hello, I'm the Eternal Newbie. The extra L is for, you know what? Forget that. If this is going to be a thing, I'm not going to try and come up with 2 L words a week. I'm not a machine. This video is going to be a bit different from my others. This video, and maybe series, is about spotlight players. Now, don't get me wrong. All of us are spotlight players sometimes, and that's cool. It makes the game more interesting, and everyone deserves a chance to shine. The players I'm talking about act like they are the star of the game, and the rest of us are just there so they can look cool. We're basically their audience. This week, I'm going to talk about the impossible player. Before that, business. If you enjoy this video, check out my stories. I may be a bit biased, but I think they've gotten pretty good. I've got some other stuff going on too. Check out the video description for some links if you're interested. There are many types of spotlight players. You have your time travelers, your Me Too players, or the My Way players, just to name a few. The impossible player, though. You probably met this person. They're the ones that want to do impossible things in game. I am not talking about the rule of cool, and I am also not talking about outside the box thinking. I love both those things. I am talking about the guy who wants to do straight up impossible things. For example,
I would like to cast animate an object, but I don't want to use a spell slot for it, so can I make an Arcana check?
you're a fighter.
So, fighters can cast spells.
You are a level 3 battle master. You can't cast spells.
Okay, fine, but anyone can make an Arcana check, so can I just do that to cast it?
No!
You're such a rules lawyer.
That's basically how it goes. The player will ask for something that makes no sense at all, and then push to try and get it. And woe to the DM that gives it to him, because once you give in, the demands get bigger and bigger. I've seen players try to get extra turns or attacks in battle. I've seen players try to avoid rolling.
What? You want me to roll to see if I convince this guard, who's been working here for 30 years, to betray his friends, family, and town just because I asked him to? That is so unfair.
I've got a few examples about this, but I like this one I'm about to tell you. One guy tried to get a wolf to turn on its orc masters. There were 2 orcs and a wolf. No problem for us 4 level 3 adventurers. As we were going in, the arcane trickster says,
Stay back, I got this.
It went something like this.
I sneak up to within 30 feet of them, then use minor illusion to put a bush in front of me so they won't see me.
You would think that they would notice a bush appearing out of nowhere in their area, but I guess these are not very good guards.
Now I want to tell the wolf to attack them.
How?
I'm gonna tell it to attack. Sheesh, this guy.
Okay, it doesn't speak your language. The orcs hear you and are coming your way.
No! I whispered so only the wolf would hear me. And dogs understand people, so why wouldn't a wolf understand me? It's a pet.
Okay, fine, you whisper, but it was trained in Orcish, not common. It's a wolf. How are you going to convince it to attack its masters?
I tell it to attack again, in Elvish this time, and if that doesn't work, Draconic.
I told you it only understands Orcish commands.
I'll roll Animal Handling. A 13! When it attacks, I want to rush in and attack too.
No, it doesn't attack. It's been raised by these orcs. It's not going to attack them.
That is so unfair. Fine, I will give it some food with the mage hand.
The orcs are gonna see it.
No, the mage hand is invisible.
Yes, but what it's carrying is not. This went on for a while, with the player arguing that he should indeed be able to tame the wolf without the orcs noticing. You know orcs. Creatures that live for war and are very militaristic, completely ignoring a bush popping up out of nowhere and a stranger talking to their guard wolf? That makes sense. Okay, I was annoyed. The DM was a brand new DM. Like this was his 3rd game ever. He didn't know better. The impossible player did. He'd been playing since AD&D, or so he says. This whole sequence took like 15 to 20 minutes in real life, and the rest of us are just sitting there watching how cool the impossible player is. That's what impossible players do. They want to be the center of attention and will do anything they can to achieve this goal. Impossible players are not the worst ones out there. I mean, they're not game breakers, they're not trying to game the system, although one of them did once, but that's a different story. They're just kind of an annoyance. You can live with them, but why should you have to? I've seen them do other crazy things, but I'm going to cut this video right here. What kind of players have you run into that just seem to be all about themselves? You know, the spotlight types. Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and as always, play your character. Don't let your character play you.